Anyway, I actually want to thank. I don't know if she's in the chat, but I want to actually thank one of a longtime viewer, new Discord member, of actually sending this out to me. And this is actually going to be our first segment. So before we get to the actual segment, I do want to make sure you guys remember, please like and subscribe. It actually helps out the channel. If you actually want to help support, do more things. If you can actually help, it would help the channel grow, and we can actually make sure that we constantly grow and do all that other good shit that helps promote the YouTube channels or the Twitter shit. So we're gonna actually go with this. So Oklahoma governor bans critical race, gender-based theory in public schools and university. All right, this comes from our lovely friends over at Fox News. So Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt signed a controversial bill into law Friday that restricted how race and gender content can be taught in public schools and universities. Now more than ever, we need policies that bring us closer together, not strip us apart, the Republican governor said Friday. I firmly believe that not 1 cent of taxpayer money should be used to define and divide young Oklahomans by their race or sex. Now, that's actually interesting because you see that a lot of conservatives, a lot of right-wing Republicans literally use this. Oh, if you bring up critical race theory, it ostracizes people. Oh, if you bring up sexual or gender education, it exposes kids to the wrong thing. Now, one, we know that that's bullshit, because here's the thing, and I'm gonna actually say one thing, and I want you guys to pay attention when I come. Look, check it out. Kids know their sexuality, as far as who their gender identity and what they and who they're attracted to, at a young age. They do. At 5 years old, I knew I liked women. I knew. No one had to coerce me into that. No one had to teach me that. I just like tits. Now, I didn't know what to do with tits at 5 years old, but still, no one had to convince me of that. I saw a pretty girl. I was like, yes, pretty girl, be my friend. It's like that with a lot of, well, no, it's like that with everybody. Yeah, no. And somebody's identity is who they feel that they want to be. God damn. It's not divisive. It's not hitting. It's, this is who I want to be. Fuck. And you know what kills me? So, the thing about it is, they want to say divisiveness. And we know that said that not one red cent needs to be going to, isolating or making young Oklahomans just feel divided or defined by their race. Now, we know Oklahoma has some issues with race. And that's not to talk about anybody who actually currently lives in there. I know Kat lives in Oklahoma. But we know the history of Oklahoma. And it's actually very interesting that certain people in power don't want that history to be taught in a way that may be more visceral or real to certain people. But let's go back to the bill. Bill 1775 passed through the Senate legislature with overwhelming support and prohibits the teaching that one race or sex is inherently superior to another, and that an individual, by virtue of his or her race or sex, is inherently racist or sexist or oppressive. And see, that's the key thing. That's the key thing. It is more along the lines that they don't want to seem like they're pointing out. They don't want to seem like they're pointing out the fact that, hey, we don't want to talk because some people may feel like, you know, my particular identity is somebody that is being, I guess, being, you know, persecuted. You know, it's never taught from the system of the people that may not be straight or may not be white. It's never taught as a way of, you know, saying that those people are going to feel ostracized. It's taught from the perspective of, well, it makes me uncomfortable as a straight person that I've had history or my particular identity of people have oppressed other people. It makes me uncomfortable as somebody that may be white, you know, not white, but you know what I mean. Somebody who may be white, that they've had to, you know, some of the shit that's went down, especially in Oklahoma. It makes us uncomfortable dealing with the past, so we don't even want to teach it at all. But let's continue. The legislation has proven controversial. Supporters of the bill argue that it prevents racial stereotypes. Opponents believe that it will smother critical discussion. Opponents believe that it will smother critical discussions about racism in society today. But Stitt dismissed those concerns and argued that nothing in the legislation prevents educators from reviewing history through a critical lens. He just says it because, yeah, it is because he says it is. The governor says it still endorses the Oklahoma Academic Standards curriculum, which covers topics like the Trail of Tears, the Oklahoma City lunch counter sit-ins led by Carla Looper, and the Tulsa race massacre and Oklahoma City bombing. Now, one of these things here is not like the other. The Oklahoma City bombing had nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with the Trail of Tears, the Oklahoma City lunch counter sit-ins, or the Tulsa race massacre. One was a domestic ass terrorist who may have had ties to outside groups. It has nothing to do. No one is going around and saying that Timothy McVeigh literally did something racially motivated. No, that shit was domestic terrorists. But these motherfuckers want to lump it in with clear histories of racism that wasn't just affecting Oklahoma, but Oklahoma was a staging ground of what was affecting a lot of different places. I don't get it. To be sure, we must keep teaching history in all of its complexities and encourage honest and tough conversation about our painful past, Stitt said after he signed the legislation, noting that the bill nothing in the bill prevents or discourages those conversations. The government said that the law would prevent young children from feeling guilty or shame and being cast as an oppressor. So, in other words, we don't want a specific type of kid. We don't want a specific type of children feeling that, hey, because one group did something wrong, or somebody in a group did something wrong. We don't want them feeling like they're wrong for being that way. Fucking newsflash. That's, oh my god. Oh my god. This is a bill. And yeah, let's finish reading it. During the time we were all already so polarized, we cannot revert to 100-year-old thinking. Some of these motherfuckers haven't left that thinking. That a person is less vulnerable or is inherently racist by the color of their skin. He continued, I will not stand for the publicly funded K-12 schools training impressionable minds to define themselves by their sex or their race. Stitch is the first governor to sign legislation banning race and gender-based education into law. All this is a group of racist, sexist, and bigoted motherfuckers that want to say, nuh-uh, you can't call out our shit. You can't call out our bigotry, our hatred, because it makes us feel bad. And you can't teach our kids that their parents or their grandparents did some fucked up shit, because it'll make them feel bad. That's what this shit is. And it's fucking unbelievable. How is it that Vegeta makes a point in chat. That's how line works. That's how line works. And he's right. Because if you are lying, if you are trying to silence the truth, you start off by lying. And then you quiet all the dissents. The fact is that so many people want to act as if that racism was a thing of the past, when we clearly see the shit happening right now. Just because people ain't walking around with hoods, just because people aren't firebombing Tulsa at this time, doesn't mean the racism has gone away. It doesn't. And if you want to sit back and say, well, we had a black president, and I don't get it with these people. I truly don't. Because so many of these people are so far up their own ass that they can't see that, well, straight people have a built-in normality. And this is one of the reasons why I actually don't like saying, in some cases, LGBTQ. Because it others people. It others motherfuckers, because no, they're just not part of this one supposed larger group. The fact is, human beings are a spectrum of different things. And the fact is, sometimes, not to people who actually identify with certain key characteristics, certain inalienable parts of their personality, immutable characteristics. But these motherfuckers that use shit like what it seems normal, use it as a motherfucking privilege. It's fucking stupid. No, Ziggurat, it was magic. It was magic. They erased racism because the country is falling apart. It was like, let the black man clean it up. Oops, shit. I wasn't supposed to say that. No. No, this shit is actually unfucking believable. It's unfucking believable because, hey, wouldn't it make more sense to teach the shit in school that, hey, we done fucked up and we're going out of our way to make sure we don't fuck up again? we're going out of our way to make sure, like, oh, black people have been oppressed. You know, people that aren't passing this straight have been oppressed. No, we're gonna make sure that they seem like we're gonna do so many of the shit that makes it seem like they are not oppressed. We're gonna hold it up like, no, they're not oppressed. Yay, look, like so much. I would even say window dressing shit, like tokenized fucking displays of just like, no, they're not oppressed. I would like that would go a long way of making it seem like you guys aren't fucking aren't racist, aren't oppressive. That would go a long fucking way. But no, they don't want to do that. They want to say not only is it not racist that we treat them like shit, but shut up about it. Damn. God damn. Yeah, like I hate false dichotomies. Fuck. But anyway, guys, if you are watching here in chat, stick around. I have some more videos. And if you're watching on playback, please hit that like, that subscribe button, and follow, and whatever fun shit there is. By the way, you can actually help out the stream by going to my Streamlabs account at Crimson60620 Streamlabs, or going to my Patreon description down in the below. Thank you for watching the video. If you're in chat, stick around. And if you're watching it on playback, stick around for the next video. Peace.
I want to take the time to say thank you to my current patrons, and you can actually help support my channel for as little as $1 a month. Check out Crimson60620 PS4 Gaming. Thank you.